Rosario makes the play, and now the final chance coming up for West Florida. They trail 5-1. They need 4 to tie here in the 4A state championship game. Well, the Blue Angels continually flying overhead here of this 4A state championship game. In Vero Beach, 5-1 is the score. PK Yonge over West Florida. Right now, the Blue Wave closing in on a state title. They would join this group. The last 5 state champions in this classification. Gulliver Prep eliminated by West Florida. They won the last 2 years. O'Galley in 2011. Dunellen in 2010 and 2009 with the great Maegan sisters. And one that is now playing at the University of Missouri. But there's Kaylin McGill. She had a no-hitter going through 5 innings. West Florida finally got to her. Rosario breaking that up in the last inning. But nonetheless, she is still pitched a gem, and now working on Brianna Rogers here to start the 7th.
Well, somehow if West Florida can get through the bottom of their lineup, they've got 7, 8, 9 here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and if they can get those young ladies on, that'll bring them up to the meat of the order. Watson and Moore, Rosario, and we could be looking at a huge comeback. But again, bottom of the order have to do their job. They've got to be able to get on base.
Yeah, the next 3 hitters, Mike, combined 0 for 6. They've struck out 5 of 6 batters. The next few hitters that we're going to see, the 8 and 9 hitters, Megan Freeman and Emily Loring, have not fared well against Kaylin McGill. Got to get to her here. There's strike 3. And there's 1 out.
Yeah, we see the drop ball. Ball comes in looking like it's a really good pitch. And before Rogers could even put a swing on it, ball dropped down by the knees and called perfectly by Russ Gorman. Again, that's about as low of a strike that he's given all game. Been very consistent with it, but again, good call for strike 3.
Well, stay tuned to Bright House Sports Network throughout the day. We've got more state championship softball. Class 2A's coming up next. Class 8A at 4:30. Class 6A at 7 o'clock. We'll be back for the nightcap tonight. Well, you'll be privileged to hear Tiffany Green and Francesca Anea. The next 2 games here from Vero Beach. Megan Freeman trailing 0-2. And she is also rung up. Now 2 down, and Kaylin McGill closing in on a state championship for the Blue Wave.
Well, so much for the hiccup in the 6th. McGill has kind of got it together, and you can see, got the confidence back, got the little swagger going out there, and she's just looking to finish.
Loring lays down a beautiful bunt, no play. The Jaguars still fighting.
Well, here's just absolutely perfect bunt by Loring, and it's something that I'm a little surprised that West Florida didn't go to when they were getting no hits. They had tried swinging the bats conventionally when they weren't having much success, and with all that speed, you almost thought that hey, let's try to play some small ball, but again, much easier said than done, Joe.
Right, in a championship game, got to pull out all the stops. PK Yonge found a way to do that and get to Korina Rosario. But on the other side, West Florida just didn't really see the breaks go their way. Sometimes, Mike, it's luck, but other times you create your own luck.
Yeah, it's just there are times whenever a little extra pressure, and many times in softball, it's just the sheer fact of putting the ball in play. Nothing can, you can't put pressure on the other team whenever you punch out. So it's you hit it, maybe not hit it as hard as you want, but just getting the ball in play, puts that little extra something on the other team.
There's a base hit into left field, and now 2 on for the Jaguars. So West Florida not going down without a fight, and Jibrasha Moore now will come to the plate. So good job by Loring and then Watson to keep this game going. And now another meeting in the circle for PK Yonge.
Jessica Smith also talking with Jibrasha Moore. Korina Rosario over there putting her 2 cents in. And just kind of a little timeout. Obviously looking, for some strategy. She may be taking a pitch here.
McGill said yesterday that, hey, I'm just going to go out and play my game, not going to try and match Rosario pitch for pitch. She has done just that. But she's got to finish it off. With Moore coming to the plate, the sophomore. Center fielder, a speedster on the base pass. Swinging on the first pitch and lines it foul down the right field line. Jibrasha, one of those players, very quiet and to herself. Head coach Jessica Smith said sometimes I don't know what she is thinking. Jibrasha's trying to hide from me in the dugout when I'm looking for her. No hiding here on center stage here in the state title game. Swinging, and this is another tough play. Everybody is safe. So the base is loaded for West Florida as Jibrasha Moore beats it out.
Yeah, Nikki Santiago, she would have had to field the ball clean, but if she does, I believe she's able to make that play. But get a little bit of an in-between hop. She didn't have she was back a step or two. Probably just could have caught it, stepped on third base. But you got to respect the speed of Moore. So she was playing in, and again, tough hop. And we get the Jaguars still alive. They're still breathing, Drew.
And now the tying run comes to the plate. Korina Rosario, also the best hitter for West Florida. Rosario got a base hit her last time up. She has battled all afternoon in the circle for the Jaguars. At times has struggled, not totally had her command. Oh, what an opportunity here as the Jaguar fans are going nuts.
West Florida is, they've gotten very aggressive. I like it. Much better swings. You're almost thinking that, McGill's got to throttle back here a little bit. Maybe toss a changeup to try to mess up some rhythm and some timing. But,
Strike 2.
Yeah, I tell you, that there was no changeup in that ball. That ball was absolutely a rocket, perhaps as good a fastball as she's thrown all day.
The 0-2 pitch to Korina Rosario. Setting up outside, and she'll wave at that one, foul it out of play. Rosario sporting the fangs this afternoon. Bit of a different look for the star player for West Florida. And how fitting this game comes down to the two stars going at it. McGill and Rosario. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And, you'd like to think if you had Jaguars, it'd be a little bit closer, but they're not done yet.
Rosario not going to go down here without a full fight, trailing 0-2. Right there, the sixth pitch of this at-bat. Korina Rosario pitched a one-hit shutout yesterday. struck out 12 Gulliver prep batters. Now pressure at the plate. Kaylin McGill hoping for the right pitch. This is line to the shortstop. The play is getting away. One run's in, and another run scores. And West Florida has made it a 5-3 game. How about the speed of Rosario beating the throw?
Well, I tell you one thing, Drew. It's sometimes that 21st out is the hardest one to get. And, what looked like a routine ground ball to short, turns into Rosario putting pressure on, probably safe. Whether it's a good throw or not. Lavina did everything she could. She charged it. Came made a good throw, or just a little bit high. But, again, Rosario showing the speed.
Now Kristin Gunner. I'll tell you what, the speed of Rosario is so evident on that play, Mike. It rushed the throw of Ledvina, the 8th grader, at short. Made her a tougher play than it had to be. Gunner's 1 for 3 today. And an RBI single in the 6th.
Now's the time you get 2 strikes on the head, you get 2 outs. I've got the tying run at first in the speed of Rosario. The aggressive side of me says, we got to try to steal second base, and, base hit ties it.
Two the count. McGill trying to get that last out. Here is Kristin Gunner. Junior shortstop, 481 average coming into today. Looks at one just outside. Oh, boy, that really made home plate umpire Russ Gorman think.
I tell you, we get one side of our fans that are jumping up and down, thinking that's a strike. The other side is just going, yeah, that was the correct call. That was a ball. There's been 2 very lively, excited crowds. Now, Rosario will be in motion here. 3-2 count. As soon as that ball leaves McGill's hands, she'll be on the run. So this happens to be a ball in the gap or down the line. With that speed, we may see her score.
This is hit hard, right center field. And it drops. Rosario waved around third. The Jaguars have tied this game at 5. If you like thrills, we've got them here in this 4A state championship. Unbelievable.
Well, I tell you, Drew, I had mentioned that last out is a hard one to get, and that ball by Gunter just absolutely hammered into right center field. And, now if you're PK Yonge, you're reeling. You're thinking you're 1 out away from jumping up and down and being the state champion. And now you're 1 swing away of possibly losing it. Base hit right here. Gunter, who runs well at second base, very well can score. So, wow, what a wave of emotions that we're going through here.
Foul ball, Ali Pateo. West Florida was down to their last strike. And Emily Loring, the junior, able to lay down the bunt, get on base, and start the rally. 4 runs here in the 7th for the Jaguars, and we are all tied. This is the base hit up the middle. Here comes the winning run. West Florida, state champions. incredible turn of events here in Vero Beach as the West Florida Jaguars, down to their final strike, had nobody on, able to notch 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And Mike, this is the most thrilling softball finish I have ever been a part of, and I think you could probably say the same as well.
Well, let's just call this not for the faint of heart. Oh, my goodness, what a finish from West Florida. The Jaguars down, not out, 4 runs on the wrong side of things going into the last inning. They've got their 7, 8, 9 hitters up. The first 2 gals strike out. The number 9 starts off innocently, bunt, and before you know it, now we've got a state champion in the West Florida Jaguars. Big hit by Gunter. The last hit by Cateo to knock the run in. And I tell you, Drew, I mean, if you don't like that game, you do not like sports and you do not like softball. Tremendous effort. The Blue Wave obviously crushed. But I tell you one thing, this is a game. This is what Florida high school athletics is all about. And I tell you what, this was a privilege to watch this one.